Why you need more problems? That's what I'm going to answer right here. You really do. You and I both. We need more problems, not less problems. Now, I'm not trying to be cute here. It's all based on a quote here by Robert J. Ringer. And in his book, Action, Robert J. Ringer says problems are good because they spur you into action. And then he says life is action. Life is movement. And problems tend to spur us into action. Now, of course, sometimes people get immobilized by problems, so that doesn't apply. And sometimes the actions they take are wrong. But try to get your arms around the fact that all life is just problems. And if you're in business, you're just going to get more of them, not less of them. In fact, the more money you want to make, the more problems you're going to have. Problems, setbacks, adversities, disappointment, pain, suffering, headaches, hassles, whatever you want to call it, you're going to get more of it. Stress, you're going to get more of it. Pressure. So you can't avoid problems. And the people that succeed at the highest level are people who have a great attitude about problems. They don't run from them. Sometimes they run towards them. They realize that every problem contains the seed of its own solution, and that the solutions are what they're searching for. And, years ago, when I got my first sales job back in 1983, I used to go to my sales manager, who was also a good friend of mine, and I would say, Ron, I've got a problem. And he'd say, no, TJ, no such thing as a problem. Challenge. You got a challenge. Okay, well, all right, well, I got a problem. No, it's a challenge. Okay, Ron, I got a challenge. And then so next time I'd go to him, same thing. Finally, he'd start getting upset with me. Say, Ron, I got a problem. He'd go, I told you 10 times there's no such thing as a problem. It's only a challenge. So finally, I learned how to say, Ron, I got a challenge. It wasn't until years later, because to me, I was just trying to, whatever. I never took the time to really figure out what the hell he was talking about. I just started using language that he wanted me to say. Oh, I've got a challenge. Got another challenge now. But, years later, after I grew up a little bit, developed a little maturity, I looked up the word challenge, and here's the loose definition of a challenge. And this is just my translation, of course. But a challenge is a problem that you look forward to solving. Kind of dun 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 dun. I can't sing. That was supposed to be the theme song for Rocky, okay? That was supposed to be the theme song for Rocky. But it's a challenge is just a problem that you look forward to solving. You just can't wait to solve it. It's another, and look, speaking of problems now, the same problems that cause some people to break down cause other people to break records. It's all in your attitude. You have to expect things to go wrong. You have to expect problems, and then you won't be disappointed when they pop up here, there, and everywhere. It's like that whack-a-mole game, where you smash it down and another one comes up, and then you smash it down, another one comes up. I mean, it's just the people who succeed at the highest levels, they look at problems just differently. These are just obstacles to be surmounted. And through surmounting those obstacles, we gain our knowledge, skills, and abilities. That's how we become the best that we can possibly be. It's like going to the gym and working out. You're exercising, you're putting your body through all kinds of strain and struggle, but it grows back stronger. And the same thing is true in the business world. You're dealing with all kinds of headaches and hassles, but as you deal with them, you develop your skills, your knowledge, your abilities. You become stronger. You become that kind of person that, people can count on. You're the go-to person. You've solved a lot of problems, and you've got a good attitude about it. And you're definitely not going to let it beat you. And speaking of that, getting old, and I am now. I'm close to 60 years old now. It's not fun. So don't buy into this whole golden years crap if you're younger. Just don't even buy into it at all. If you're young, enjoy your youth. There's one benefit to getting older, and that's the fact that your things that used to bother me 10 years ago don't even hardly faze me now. I've just learned that to just deal with it, move on, or I learned how to solve those issues or get beyond them. And that is the real benefit. That's the payoff for developing some skills and some abilities. And so look at problems as a good thing. They are life-giving. They create energy. They don't feel good. And yet it is a necessary part of life. And the more money you want to make, the more success you want to achieve, the bigger your goals are, the more of these obstacles, headaches, hassles, setbacks, adversities, whatever you want to call them, are going to be. So think about problems differently. You need more problems, not less problems. And don't make the mistake that I did with my first sales job. Just don't think that this is just a play on words here. That when my friend and sales manager told me there's no such thing as a problem, there's only a challenge. If I would have just been smarter at the time, a little more mature, I would have looked up the word challenge. I would have thought it through. I would have seen that a challenge is just a problem that you have a really good attitude about because you want to solve it. You want to get beyond it. You want to figure it out. And then once you figure that one out, you need new problems so you can figure those out too. So hope something I've said here helps. This is all about mindset. But so much of this thing called success, once you get the skills and the abilities and you know how to do some of the things that need to be done to get the money coming in and flowing in freely, from that point forward, it all becomes just mindset. And the person with the best mindset, the most solid one, the most positive one, is the one that in the end wins out. So hope something I've said here makes a difference. If you're not one of my clients and you want to know who I am and what I do, check me out by clicking the link below. And thank you very much. Bye for now.